Okay, today I'm going to be making a video on how to set up and do Cine on the GE OEC Elite C arm. You will use Cine in a few different cases. Sometimes we use it for lap choles or ERCPs. There may be a few other cases that ask you to record Cine. But basically what that means is when you fluoro and you keep it on to get like a video, instead of going away, it will save it. And instead of having to do another contrast run, you can just replay it over and over. And when you're done, if you set it up this way, it should replay back automatically on this machine. With other machines, it will be different, but this video is specific to this machine. If you forget to set it up this way, there is something you can do, but it's only to be used if you forget or if you weren't sure that they were asking for you to record it, but I'll show you how to do that at the end. So the first thing you're going to do is, this is how it's going to look when you turn it on. And you can leave it on general for most things. The first thing you're going to do is hit this button right here. And it should say fluoro and HLF, which is high level fluoro. And you're going to keep those the same if you're only recording Cine. And all you're going to do is change this where it says FPS. That means frames per second. Right now it's not recording anything. So if you want it to record, you're going to click on this and click 15 frames per second. There are other options that you can pick, but for most things, 15 is going to be good. So we're just going to click on that. And so now we're recording at 15 frames per second. When the doctor shoots the dye, and you're fluoroing the whole time, it will record it and then it will play back. And I'm going to attempt to shoot some dye through some IV tubing and see how that goes. So when they tell you to fluoro and they're shooting dye, you're just going to press and hold this button like you normally would. But since I'm doing this by myself, I'm going to use the foot pedal. Okay, so I've got my little setup here. I've got some dye already in the syringe, and I've got my foot pedal, and I'm just going to start pushing the contrast while I'm fluoroing. So I'm fluoroing, and then I'm going to shoot contrast. You can see it getting darker. Okay, then we're going to stop. And it's kind of hard to tell, but it's replaying automatically. If you see the IV tubing, you can see the contrast going through it. And this is what it will look like on the little screen up here. If you want to pause it, you can pause it right here. If you want to go back a little bit, you can do that, go forward. If for some reason you take another picture, just one little picture, and you need to go back to that contrast run, you can go here and then click on it, and it should automatically start playing. Now let's say the doctor wants you to save an image from that. If you would hit pause, and then, well, you would be here. You could save that image, and then when you go to your images, it'll have the image saved. And so 1C means Cine. It was a Cine run. And then this one says 2D 1C because it's picture number 2, but it's a derivative of 1C. So that's how you would know that that's from that. Okay, now let's say you forgot to set up the Cine. So if we forget, let's say it's like this, and you forgot to set up Cine, and the doctor says, okay, I need you to replay that. So let's go ahead and do another contrast run. Okay, so I'm fluoroing, I'm shooting the contrast dye. And notice it did not replay back. It's just one still image there, which means we forgot to set up the Cine ahead of time. So if you did not push the fluoro button again after they pushed the dye, this will be lit up. And you can press that and it will save that last fluoro run that you did, the Cine. And then they can replay it and watch it, and it will save it as well. But if for some reason you are fluoroing, they're shooting dye, and then you accidentally let go of this button and push it again, that will not be there anymore. So just for example, if we hit this, it's grayed out. It will only work if you press and hold this down, and then like if they were still shooting dye, then it becomes available and you can save that. But you should only use that in case you forget to set it up ahead of time. That's pretty much all there is to it. You just go here, 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 and then you're set up. And then once you record, it will play back. And if you need it to stop recording, you go right back up to this little selection thing and then you take that off.